All right, I'm excited for Preston versus Harris 3.
It's even faster turnaround than the last one.
Yeah, 1 month. Now they're moving it down to 1 week. All right, here we go. That's not the match.
No.
No. What's going on, guys? We're the Cinefanatics. My name is Chris Adams.
And I'm Robert Adams.
And we're here today to bring you a fun and special one. Because we like Rachel.
We really like Rachel. The other Rachel.
The other Rachel.
Silvestrini.
Well,
we like both Rachels.
Technically the only Rachel now.
Yeah. So that clears up a lot of confusion. We really like Rachel Silvestrini. She's been a great person in real life when we've got to talk to her and meet her. And
all that jazz.
She's also playing John Rocha in this match.
Yeah. A legend of the game.
So before we actually dive into this, we want to go ahead and bring up to the point that we, the Cinefanatics, are in the final 100 subscribers. We are making our way to 1,000 subscribers. Please do us a favor by subscribing to us. Go ahead and do it right now. You can at the beginning of the video. You don't have to wait for us to ask at the end of the video. That would be fantastic. We got something special planned, and if you are following us on social media at Cinefanatics MLP on Twitter or Instagram, we've been dropping like little hints, and they're going to continue to grow as to what we are going to do once we hit 1,000 subs. So make sure you subscribe and follow us. And back to talking about this match. So Rachel Silvestrini versus John Rocha.
You're a weirdo. Yeah. So we got the silver one, the rising star, the silver star, the silver one, the Strini versus the Outlaw. Now, here's the thing. We've enjoyed Rachel. She's good.
Yeah.
John Rocha is, as much as some people out there don't want to admit it now for some reason, still a legend of the game.
Mm-hmm.
He's good.
He's been belted multiple times. He's a very dominating power of a character of the Outlaw.
His game has sustained. Yeah, the Outlaw is a character.
He is a character. I don't know if
John Rocha, Outlaw.
Two different people.
Anyway.
Facebook drama aside.
Yes. If you want to be part of that drama, join the Facebook group. Otherwise, don't worry about it. Yeah, no. The Outlaw, John Rocha, is a legend in this game. He's still good. His consistency has wavered at some points, but for the most part, he's still a man who knows his stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And he knows how to play the game.
Yes.
So.
And he's just a fun personality overall.
Yeah, he's a fun guy.
Yeah, so sad to say, I know we've shown the bracket before, but we kind of have to go with the Outlaw on this one. John Rocha is going to pull out the win on this. But, I mean, we're still kind of rooting for Rachel Silvestrini just because we like her so much.
Yeah, that's the thing. Ultimately, on our bracket, we show John Rocha winning this match because we're trying to pick who we think based on skill and knowledge and how long they've been playing and all that. All that to say, we're picking Rocha. At the same time, I think we would be very, very okay and very happy if this particular part of the bracket gets busted.
Yeah. Now, speaking of busting brackets, I do feel like we need to point out Rocha's horsey stablemate got busted.
Oh, Riley.
By Stacy.
Yeah.
Again, going into there, almost saying the same kind of thing, that Riley was someone who's a legend in the Schmoedown, and that at that time we thought Stacy has been doing very well, but she hasn't hit that level that like Riley or Rocha are at. We might be looking at the same kind of scenario with Rachel Silvestrini.
And that's true. I mean, if you go back to what Dan said after his title match with Oyama, the underdogs are coming for you. And, the Schmoedown has reached a place where it is anybody's game. It isn't as clear as it once was. I mean, the Dan versus Andrew Guy match probably would have proved that to anybody. Anybody can win a match against anybody. It's the luck of the questions, the luck of the numbers, the spin of the wheel, all of that.
And a little bit of what your actual movie knowledge is.
And the true point is, if you do actually just know everything, you're good to go regardless of what happens. So,
like Paul Oyama
versus Jeff Snyder.
Yeah.
Anyway, who we got for this match is going to be Rocha.
Who do we want for this match?
Rachel will be fine.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
So, Anyway, let's jump into it and see if our prediction is true. I don't know what voice I was doing there, but here we go.
Ken, Grace, so nice to see you. I'm just going to be going in. Okay.
Real fast. I just wanted to chat with you about something really quickly.
I don't think I'm going to be able to get inside until you do, so
Correct.
go for it.
Look, we don't think that it's fair that Dan Merle is using his challenge in Orlando with corruption.
Not fair!
Well, Dan won the free-for-all and thus the right to challenge anybody for a title shot of his choosing, thereby he is entitled to that title shot.
Okay, look, if he does this, I want a stipulation added that if we win, they have to break up.
Yes!
If corruption beats Founding Fathers in Orlando, then they're donezo.
Yes!
Well, you know what? You guys in corruption certainly like to keep things interesting, so why not? Let's do it. If corruption beats Founding Fathers, then Dan Merle, John Rocha, they are no more. That's fine. Let's do that.
Yes!
Okay, thank you very
Yes!
much. It's lovely doing business with you both. I'm just gonna go in now. Okay. Yep.
Thank you, Emma.
Yes, you're so welcome.
Well played, Lioness. Well played.
Thank you.
Well, if you didn't need any more reason to get your butt to Orlando,
Yeah.
potential retirement match of Rocha and Dan as a team. Honestly,
So are they still the Horsemen, or like they just can't be partnered together?
I think they're just teams. I just think they can't be team. But at the same point, if Rocha loses this match and then loses that match in Orlando,
Probably gonna retire anyways.
I mean, in real life, the man has a lot going on. So it would make sense.
Make some noise. Miss Clark Wolf is
Hey,
here.
thank you for having me, Mark Ellis.
Oh, it is so fun calling matches with you now. And if we're going by astronomical terms with this matchup we have here today, we have a bright new star in
Yes.
the Schmoedown galaxy in Rachel Silvestrini versus, I'm going to say it, he's a planet. He is a planet in the solar system of the movie trivia Schmoedown. He has his own gravitational pull. People love him. He's an all-time legend.
Not necessarily
John, the
something you
Outlaw
want to say to a
Rocha,
person.
is back, and
You
he is
are
in
a
the
planet.
Schmoedown, and
You
he has
have
this
your own
new
gravitational
upcoming-
pull.
I don't know how Rachel's going to be. She's never been under pressure like this before. Do you think that could actually be a benefit to her?
I actually do.
everyone's
because
getting, like,
ultimately,
nicknames for, like,
Rachel has a ton to
celestial
gain and
bodies.
very little to,
Like
to
brown
lose,
dwarf
frankly.
star.
I mean, look, when you're going up against
No, her
somebody
nickname's
like Rocha,
amazing.
who has this
Oh,
storied
oh,
history,
okay.
he has proven to be one of the benchmarks.
right,
and
brown
one
dwarf
of the
star is an
strongest
amazing
competitors
nickname.
in this league over a couple of years. You know,
Good try.
The pressure's almost off in a way. Have fun, get out there, kick some ass, and we have
Oh,
seen that this
hey,
game is so
classy.
unpredictable.
Hey.
You can come out ready to fight, but ultimately it could
Okay.
not go your way, and then you have gigantic upsets, and there is no better place to do that than in the tournament.
And I think that it's really a question of how quickly can you get comfortable, can you get established,
Yes.
can you get those first couple questions answered correctly, and then your nerves start to settle, and you just play the game. And speaking of game players, I don't think we've ever seen a better competitor through the seasons, one of the first real stars in the Schmoedown, than that of John the Outlaw Rocha. We were lucky enough to get an interview with both Rachel and John before their match. Here's a quick look.
What's it gonna take to get you into the tournament?
Which one? Because I want both.
I'm sure we'll work something out.
Yeah, any match they want to throw me, I'm in.
Here goes John the Provo Cutter Rocha.
Yeah.
So I got a call from Robert Meyer Burnett. Apparently he was impressed with my play against Paul Preston, but now I'm in the singles tournament, but I'm playing Rocha.
Well, what do you know? Back into another tournament in the first round. The Outlaw is here, taking on Rachel Silvestrini, the silver one, the Disney lover. It's exciting. She was a fan. I've seen her watch our matches, and now here she is going toe-to-toe with the Outlaw.
Rocha is definitely one of the players that I started watching when I first became a fan, and I have huge respect for him. But this is my time. I mean, Stacy kind of took Riley out, and now I'm against Rocha, so we'll see what this leads to.
And you gotta just dust yourself
We're
off
just
and
so
keep going. Now I'm
good
looking
at
to the
predicting
King's
the things that they're going to
All right,
talk
'cause
about.
This one,
Well,
really made me upset.
it's not like she was going to give her like mom's recipe
Champions,
for fried chicken or
both
something.
singles, And teams, and it starts right here. It starts right here today. I know it. I can feel it. I can see it in your face. So I'm just here to stand behind you, man. I believe in you.
Rocha, I respect you. I admire you, but it's my time to shine.
There are fans out there talking all their smack saying the Outlaw ain't got it anymore. He ain't got that fire. Well, I got that fire, and it's back now. I want those belts back around my waist. I'm talking about the tag team belt and the singles belt. IG, Kalinowski, Cushing, Mara, I don't care who has it. Eventually, I'll go take it. Maybe my man will get in that ring and do it as well. We'll see. But I'm riding high.
Dan's like, ha.
I
Wait,
got two
what?
of the best right alongside.
Did you say
me.
Mara?
Take care of business today.
Nope.
Who said who to what now?
Silver One.
Once again, great promo.
Well, that's the Outlaw for you, Clark. I mean, the Outlaw talking about how his experience is going to win the day here, and it's hard to side against him. But Rachel, like you said, she's coming in, I think, with the proper mindset. She's not shy, but she's also not nervous, in my opinion.
That's great. I mean, like, look, at the end of the day, when you're a more seasoned competitor, sometimes you do have in the back of your mind, like, oh, I don't want to, who do I want to lose to? And look, she's got an opportunity for a real upset here. So I'm very curious to see how this unfolds.
And we are about to do just that with the Ultimate Schmoedown playoff tournament format. Let's go to the tail of the tape now. Clark Wolf, what are each one of these competitors good at? What are they hoping for?
We've got Rachel. Her strengths are Disney, comic book movies, and her mom's brownies.
They are
brownies,
delicious,
not fried
the
chicken.
best in the business.
Yeah.
I love you, Miss Silvestrini.
Love a good brownie. And for John Rocha, we have strengths that include westerns,
Not-
biopics,
so we're not
and
perfect at
hosting
predicting.
Collider Sports Time.
Hey, how about a hand for the Outlaw
Hey.
Sports Show? He lets me come on there. We have very strong opinions about the Washington Professional Men's Football Club.
Wait, Rocha has strong opinions about something?
As I know this is breaking news to everybody. And we have some other breaking news, and that is it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first, with a record of 0-1, she is Rachel Silvestrini.
That's the thing. I need her to have a win under her belt too.
Yeah.
Looking
So
good,
it's like-
looking confident. She came to play.
Broken.
All the love, all the adoration.
Loving the shades.
Clark, I dare say this might be a Rachel heavy crowd here today. They seem pretty pro Silvestrini.
I mean, look, I like a girl in the league. What am I going to say?
And her opponent,
Clark is great.
representing the 5 Horsemen, with a record of 12-8, 3 knockouts, he is the
Gonna
former
take my horse to the
two-time
Old
No,
Town Road.
no.
Schmoedown
Stop.
champion of the world.
I mean,
John, the Outlaw.
if it weren't for the fact that that would cost money to license.
Oh, boy.
And the Outlaw balancing himself. There's the point. Ben Bateman walking out with him. Dan Merle. All right. He's
Ben, put up the hand. There you go.
holding up
Get
the
off his back,
5,
man.
although there's only 3 of
Oh, let
them
me
there.
get off that thing.
Let me hop on off that thing.
I agree.
Yeah, well, a nice handshake, some
Very
nice
respectful, I like
sportsmanship there, and it's a
Yeah, there's no,
feat
like,
gift
trash
to add some
talk in this
nerves in the
match.
crowd. I mean,
can't
Rocha
trash
comes out,
talk
Ben,
Rachel
they
Silvestrini.
look
Rocha gonna
enough to
trash
be
talk
there.
Rachel
And
Silvestrini.
He'll
now
look like a
John
fool.
Rocha at the desk by his lonesome Rachel Silvestrini. John,
Rachel's
the
a nice
Outlaw Rocha,
person.
Before we get going, I'm going to read you and Rachel the rules of the match, and I want to get your quick feelings, and then we'll get going here. Round number 1. Y'all have been here before. Rachel, to a lesser extent, but you've competed in the Schmoedown. You've won an exhibition match. John, obviously no stranger, more than 20 matches under your belt. In 12-8, 3 knockouts, 2-time former champion. How are you feeling going into this playoff?
All of that means nothing. I'm 0-0 against Silvestrini, so I'm excited.
All
Like
right.
that answer.
And Rachel, how do you feel making your first appearance in the playoff format known as the Ultimate Schmoedown?
Good. It's an honor to face John. It is so hot in here, though. So
You're not
Probably
wearing
don't
3
know.
layers, girl.
It is very hot, and that means let's get ready to Schmoedown.
Toasty.
It's a little warm.
All right, kicking off round number
What, are you
one.
there right now?
This
How do you know?
question is
Yeah,
from
here.
the world of action-adventure films, and your query is, Xander Cage is the protagonist of 2 films in what action franchise?
I feel like the jokes are about to be coming, and they're going to come pretty hard.
The pen works. Sometimes the marker doesn't always work.
You never know.
5, 4, 3,
I don't support these types of films.
1. Pens down.
Yeah.
Going to you first, Rocha.
Mortal Kombat?
Nope.
That is incorrect. Does Rachel have it?
Totally blank.
Triple X.
Okay.
X.
The crowd knew it. My favorite kind of movies, Triple X.
Oh,
There we go.
There it is.
It's Xander with an X.
Xander Cage.
With an X.
Seen
Not-
that movie once.
All right.
X.
All
Yes, we know.
right, your second
We're good.
question
We got it.
in
Cage
the
and Mortal
category
Kombat.
of
Yeah.
famous actors and actresses.
Johnny Cage.
Exactly the direction I
What
thought you were going
Baz
there.
Luhrmann film stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Carey Mulligan,
Um,
and Joel
Why am I
Edgerton?
blanking on the name of
Yeah,
it?
I know. I know what movie it
Is
is.
this a
Yeah.
Triple X
Wait.
film?
It is not.
Is this
It is not yet
Yep,
anyway, but
got it.
we'll see.
I think the Triple X, the third one, was called Triple X: The Return of Xander Cage.
Yes, I think it was.
Woo!
It was.
3.
Because the second one was Ice
Can you
Cube.
repeat the question, please?
Yes. What Baz Luhrmann film stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Carey Mulligan,
I never saw this one, and I
Joel
actually want to
Edgerton?
still.
I didn't like it that
I
much.
still want to see
I
it.
postulated up top where
It looks good. It's a very good looking movie.
Yeah,
Get
that's
back to
part
me.
of why I want to
You
see
know
it.
how I feel
Also,
about
I
round
like
one.
Leo.
It's really important. It really matters.
I'm a Leo fan.
3, 2, 1. Rachel, going to you first.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
The Great Gatsby.
It
That's
is The
it.
Great
She's on
Gatsby.
the board.
Rocha did not have
All right.
it, so Rachel
The Great
takes it
Gatsby.
early.
I don't know if I
Someone
needed
take
the
a
V,
picture of
but I
that,
put Great
'cause I'm
Gatsby.
ahead
Yeah,
of
it's
him,
not like
and
you're
I
going to
wanna
confuse it
remember
with
this.
another Great Gatsby.
All right, we move
That isn't
on
called The
to your
Great
third
Gatsby.
Or based off a
question in
book.
round number 1.
Yeah.
It is dramas. Dramas, and your question. Who played big game hunter Dennis Finch Hatton opposite Meryl Streep in 1985's Out of Africa? I'm glad that whatever the answer is, it's not Meryl Streep, because the crowd would have been
I was
buzzing
about
about
to say.
hearing her name.
I was about to say. I got excited.
You watch Big Little Lies?
Yes.
Oh boy, was she.
Oh,
5,
yes, Queen.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I
Pens
don't
down,
know.
going to you, John Rocha.
Robert Redford.
It is Bob Redford. Did Rachel have it?
Michael Douglas.
I said Tommy Lee Jones.
Tie game. Tie game.
He has played a big game
I mean,
hunter
you
before.
all
He goes
three
to
of you
Douglas,
are in
but
the same
Indeed.
ballpark here.
Yeah.
All right, question number 4. In the category of 90s movies,
They're all
who
interchangeable.
directed
Yeah.
Julia Roberts and Richard Gere in 1999 rom-com Runaway Bride?
I actually really like that
All right,
movie.
Mark, I'm going to do you a favor.
but
I'm
I
gonna
have
pick you
no
a movie
idea
couple
who
to
directed
hang out
it.
with for an evening. Are you taking Roberts and
I
Gere,
can't
Or are you
remember.
taking Ryan and Hanks?
I'm not actually strong on directors.
Ryan and Hanks.
Yeah, no
5,
contest.
4,
No question.
3. as
Think
long as
I'm right.
Volcano's not involved. 2,
Indeed.
I don't
1.
know.
It's either
Pens
this
down, going
one
to
or
you.
Ron
Rachel,
Howard.
What do you got?
Gary Marshall?
It is
It
Gary
is
Oh,
Marshall.
Oh,
nope,
yeah.
I wasn't right.
There we go.
I was thinking Rob Reiner.
And we got a
Yeah,
tie
no.
game.
I knew it wasn't Rob Reiner.
Well, I wasn't right on either one of them.
Game at
Gary
2.
Marshall
Your
makes
next
sense,
question,
though.
Your
Yeah.
fifth one in this first round. From the world of fantasy science fiction, the query is...
Star Wars.
Who plays Oz in Oz the Great and Powerful? I mean, how do you make a sequel to The Wizard of
You don't.
How do you
You shouldn't and
You
don't.
cast
Unless it's-
Veruca
unless it's
Balk
Return-
as Dorothy.
Return to
And you
Oz.
probably shouldn't
5,
have tried to make
4,
a
3.
sequel or prequel or whatever.
I can do that. That is one JT rule for Rachel. Each
Well, they're
competitor
talking
choose
about
one.
Oz the
Your
Great and
question.
Powerful. I
Who
was talking
plays
about Return to Oz.
In Oz
Right.
the Great and Powerful.
You don't remember
I
that
don't
one?
remember, because there are a lot of sequel
Veruca Balk as
Wizard of Oz is.
Dorothy. It was a really weird, creepy movie.
I don't want.
It's like, did they not get it right the first time?
Yeah,
5,
I think
4,
they did.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, going to you, Rocha.
James Franco?
It is, in fact, Mr. Franco.
That is
Rachel
nice.
didn't have it.
James Franco.
So now the Outlaw takes the
James
lead, 3-2.
That's all right.
Franco.
A forgettable movie by all accounts. And question
Yeah,
number 6 in
kinda.
the category of comedies.
Hey!
There it is.
It's really funny when she says it.
What Judd Apatow movie has the line, "Marriage is like a tense, unfunny version of Everybody Loves Raymond. Only it doesn't last 22 minutes. It lasts forever."
Marriage.
It's a good line. I like that
Yeah, I
one.
was going to say cosign.
I also like that how much Apatow loves Everybody Loves
I can even
Raymond.
see who's
Because
saying
you know
it.
what? So do I.
It's a great show. It's a great
I
show.
like a Ray Romano.
5,
Ooh, has the line.
2.
That would be Paul Rudd that says it.
Going to you first, Rachel.
Yeah.
Do you have it?
This is 40?
Nope.
It is not. This is
the one
40.
before
Does
that.
Rocha have it?
Knocked up?
It is.
It is knocked up.
All right.
Yeah, that was my other guess. I did put this as 40.
It is knocked up.
It is knocked up.
It is knocked
That
up.
is correct.
Trying to be like,
You got it.
related.
You got it.
I had that right on the bottom.
Ugh. Yeah, that was a
I mean, same character as.
Yeah.
We have 2 questions left in round number 1.
Yeah.
Your penultimate question is from the world of horror/thriller. And the question: what iconic horror movie villain had a bride named Tiffany?
Speaking of
What
marriage.
iconic horror
Speaking of,
movie
we just can't
villain?
get away from
Had a
marriage,
bride
or
named
as the
Tiffany.
classic
So
movie would
name
say,
that
marriage.
horror movie villain.
Yes.
I hadn't seen that movie.
Please tell me you know this one.
Yes, I do.
Oh, thank God.
4, 3.
One of my
2,
favorite horror movie
1.
characters.
Pens down, going to you, Rocha. What do you got?
I don't know, Candyman.
It
know.
is not Candyman. Does Rachel have it?
It is Chucky!
Oh, I misspelled his name. I put IE. Chucky.
No, that would be from Rugrats.
Yeah, either way.
And I
We got it.
Still a small redheaded child-looking thing.
We got it.
Every correct answer. It's good to see.
Phonetically, I'm correct.
All right,
Yes.
question number 8. In the category of animated, you'll find the sinister Stromboli in what classic animated Disney film?
Stromboli.
I would never call a Stromboli.
Yep.
Sinister. Sal's by Maurice in Williamsburg, Virginia. It is good stuff, the Stromboli. Nah.
Love it.
Packed with pepperoni. It's like a big Hot Pocket.
Ooh,
5,
I love a Hot Pocket.
4, 3, 2,
Yeah, I can't
1.
remember.
I've
Rachel,
got no
what do you
strings
got?
to hold me down.
She started writing very quickly. Did John Rocha have it?
Pinocchio.
Oh, he got it.
Pinocchio.
too. All right, so John Rocha staves off Rachel Silvestrini by 1 in round 1, and so a 5-4 lead for John Rocha. Although Rachel giving him his
tied
money's
Rachel.
worth here today, and Clark, only one of them is
Beating
going to
both of
advance
them.
in the Ultimate Schmoedown.
You know what? All right, so we got a new wheel.
It's a good
And,
performance there.
This wheel has been a little finicky. I'm gonna go ahead and say.
It has not been an easy wheel
It has not.
to negotiate, although it actually is easy to spin because you can spin it from the pegs
any
as
place.
well. As Clark inferred, this is round number 2. That would be the wheel round. You see the wheel of fate, doom, and justice, the new-ish wheel. You see spinner's choice that
Tank.
every competitor wants to spin, and
that
opponent's
tank.
choice, the fan favorite, as well as 10 different categories of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how. Each category you see up there has 4. You have a 1-point lead, so you may spin the new wheel, or you may defer to Miss Silvestrini.
It's no surprise to me. I know Rachel's good. Rachel, you spin first, please.
All right, so ladies first.
Definitely a choice.
And here comes Rachel.
All right, give it a good spin.
Yeah,
now we have.
this wheel can stop on a dime sometimes, Clark.
It's crazy, and we've got Disney movies on there, so I'm wondering what we're gonna.
Comedy, classics, not opponents.
Oh
Classics.
boy! Oh boy!
All right, you want to do
boy.
classics or you want to spin again? She's going to
Good
spin
choice. All right.
again.
Ooh, but not giving it what for, like the last time.
Uh-oh.
All right.
The Disney
this
films.
could be-
The spinner's choice. Nice. She may have a good shot here.
Okay.
Disney.
And the crowd goes wild. So, Rachel, you spun spinner's choice. Now you have the task of trying to select which category you're most confident in. What do you got?
Give me Kevin Smith, please.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She's really good at Kevin Smith.
I do like
I had,
this.
I had jumped the gun and already gone to Disney
I
movies,
thought
but
that that's where we were headed to.
we can also
No,
do
she's
Kevin
fantastic
Smith.
at Kevin
Rachel
Smith.
Clark's going to be asking you your questions. So we will kick off with the first
Remember
of
she
4.
ran that category with Inky in the Brain.
Go.
Mm-hmm.
In Red State, the first on-screen victim of a radical fundamentalist church is a man who they say is guilty of what sin?
Oh, I can't remember. I saw that movie. It was pretty good.
Let me go multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, adultery, B, performing abortions, C, homosexuality,
I think it's
D,
either
drunkenness.
it's either B or D.
I don't know.
I believe it's homosexuality.
It is
Oh,
homosexuality.
okay.
Let's
That
give
makes
her
sense
1
too.
point.
Oh yeah, because that movie's basically
It
making fun of
sure
the
is.
Woodsboro Baptist Church.
Sure.
Westboro.
isn't.
Westboro, Woodsboro.
I mean,
I'm
yeah,
thinking
that was
Scream.
intense.
Don't join that.
Yeah.
It's okay. You
Westboro.
don't need
Question
to
number
remember
2
their name.
in the
It's fine.
category
Yeah.
of Kevin Smith. What is the first name of the 15-year-old girl who is writing a book about men's sex
What is the first
drives
name?
and mall rats?
No, Alyssa is her sister.
Ooh.
Give me multiple.
All right.
Oh, I'll get it
Is
here.
A, Trisha.
Yes.
B.
Trish
Linda.
the dish.
C. Julie. D. Mara.
They call her Trish the Dish. Nobody calls her that.
It is Trisha. Yes, correct. Give her another point.
All right, so that's a point. She's using multiple choice a couple times, but she does know her Kevin Smith. 2 questions left.
Good strategy. All right, question number 3. What game is played on the
Hockey.
roof of the
Street hockey.
convenience store in Clerks?
Street hockey.
It is hockey. Let's give her 2 points.
2 points, and so Rachel has a 3-point lead over John Rocha now, and she still has 1 question left in the world of Kevin Smith.
All right,
good
and
position
here
to be
it
in.
is. Carrie Fisher plays a woman with what profession?
She's a nun.
In Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
She is a nun.
She is a nun. 2
She
more
is a nun.
points. All right.
That's 5-point
She
lead.
is a nun, and
Very
so
good
Silvestrini
position
has
there.
opened up a 5-point wound over John Rocha. Can the Outlaw answer like he's done so many times in the past? He steps up to spin the new wheel for the very first time.
That darn wheel. That darn wheel. Now, see, that's a really good example of
The pointer's
spinner's
almost like
choice.
just staying completely up in the air and like, I'll just wait for the wheel to calm down before I...
You
Yeah.
never know what's actually going to happen.
And
Comedy?
He has spun comedy, and he's
Haha.
walking over to it. He has done stand-up comedy multiple times, but he's spinning away from it.
All right, so whatever Rocha lands
He
on,
did the comedy
is
in
going to be-
Houston.
Yeah, he
was
wasn't-
pretty good at that.
He wasn't half bad.
Yeah.
You
Just
gotta
a
get
fourth.
past that opponent's
I'm just
choice.
kidding.
Wait. No. Come on.
Wow.
Come on.
That wheel.
That.
It bounced
Christian.
back.
It's the spirit of Andre
So
2000.
John Rocha might
Well,
have
no,
some
it-
beef with this
Come
new
on
wheel,
now.
but
It had
That
the
was
momentum.
unbelievable.
Like, it would have had the momentum to hit
That
Westerns,
was-
but then it
yeah.
just stopped.
I think I should go to Weston's.
Huh?
Westerns. No.
No.
Yeah, no. I challenge that. The wheels, the thing.
Okay,
jammed.
if you think there's an equipment malfunction, I can't give you what category you think it might have landed on, but I can allow you to have a respin.
I'm fine
if
with
you
that.
want.
I'm fine with the respin.
Yeah. But I will, Rocha, John,
Yeah.
I will caution you.
Yeah.
If you do the respin,
Yeah.
you have to take whatever category that
That's
was,
fair.
regardless of what happens with the spinner.
So that's tempting. Can I consult with my?
You may consult with your team.
Oh boy.
Go ahead.
So cute, he needs help.
Yeah.
Matter is that
It could have been Western.
I
I
was
think
just-
that's what
And there's the
Look at
extent
the
of her
way,
trash
I mean,
talking.
Oh, Rachel, you've been so nice this entire time.
You build with the wheel.
Would you spin away from
I'm fine with
2000s? Because look, opponent's choice is still out there. There's still some tough categories. So John Rocha, the decision is in because
Much
we
to
had a
Clark's
slight
chagrin, I
equipment
discussed with my
malfunction.
teammates, and I'm going to take that 2000.
Much to my
He's gonna
chagrin.
take the 2000s.
Yeah, I heard your oh boy, Clark. People
Oh,
can
boy.
hear you when you're on a mic.
Oh,
All right,
boy.
You ready?
Oh boy, it is.
All right. I'll see if I can find 4 Westerns questions.
Yeah, please. In the
that came
2000s.
out in the 2000s.
Oh, that damn wheel.
All right, John. Your question. First of 4 in the world of the 2000s. Who played single Wall Street executive Jack Campbell? The man who wakes up on Christmas Day in an alternate
Oh,
reality.
Nicolas
where he
Cage.
meets his
Nicolas
former
Cage.
girlfriend in The Family Man.
Nicolas Cage.
2 points.
He's just like, get me to the title.
All right,
Just give
John
me the title of the
Rocha.
movie.
I'm so
Yeah.
mad at the 2000s now.
Who played the lead in Family Man?
Can't resist, can she? All right, next.
Nicolas Cage.
Which actor has a cameo as John Lennon in Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story?
Oh, I don't know. Multiple choice.
I can provide that. Is
It's
it
going to
A,
be
Jack
all of them
Black,
that played the
B,
Beatles.
Paul Rudd,
Yep.
C, Jason Schwartzman, or D, Justin
I think it
Long?
was Paul Rudd.
I would go with Paul Rudd. He's the most
Lennon-looking one.
Lennon-esque of the 4.
That's interesting.
All right, gonna need an answer.
Jason
And
Schwartzman.
that is incorrect. Rachel, I'm gonna give you your options again for 1-point steal. Is it A, Jack Black, B, Paul Rudd, C, Jason Schwartzman, or D, Justin Long?
I think it's Justin Long.
It is actually Paul Rudd.
It was one of those.
Are you from London?
It is Paul Rudd.
That's a different one, but still.
You were
I just wanted to say it. No.
Very impressive. All right, John.
That
back
was,
to you. 2 questions left in the world of the 2000s.
he was
Your
making fun of
penultimate
what's
question
his
in this
face
round. In Almost Famous.
You're on camera.
That movie, yeah.
plays rock journalist Lester Bangs.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
2 points.
There it is.
I was going to be real
All
disappointed
right.
if you missed
Yeah, I was
that
thinking of
one.
the kid. I was thinking of the kid.
And the Outlaw has pulled to within 1.
close game.
Of Rachel Silvestrini. Your last question, John. A film that swept us all up in a world of emotion when it was released in 2004. Who directed 2004's The Notebook?
Oh,
Oh, crap.
It wasn't the same guy who wrote it.
no.
Go to 5, 4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
I can provide that. Is it A, Scott Hicks, B, George C. Wolfe,
Adam Shankman.
C, Adam Shankman, or D, Nick Cassavetes?
Nick Cassavetes?
Give him a point.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
I just didn't say it out loud.
3.
You know, it's like I say, if you're going to be wrong, at least be confident.
Now, that has given us a tied ball game as we head into the last round.
That is your
We're gonna be
phrase.
Staring right down the barrel of overtime.
Look, this is. It was already hot in here, but now it's like hot in her, if you know what I'm saying.
Rachel, John, you both are wearing jackets. Are you guys doing okay?
Yeah.
Because round number 3 is upon us, and like Clark inferred, it is getting quite temperate. In round number 3, each competitor, John Rocha, you are the higher-ranked competitor here. You've built up quite a storied history in the movie trivia Schmoedown. Some might say the greatest history of all time. But now we just need 3 numbers from you.
6, 8, and 10.
And 10. And Rachel Silvestrini?
16. Did you say 7?
No.
7 and 9.
16, 7.
All right, solid numbers.
They're
Solid
tied right
numbers.
now, so it is
All right, so
anyone's game
Rachel,
at this
you're
point,
gonna
depending on
get
these
your
questions.
First. Or at least you're going to get your 2-point question. We'll see how we do from there.
That's how you want the
Clark Will's gonna be
ultimate
asking
Schmoedown
you
to go down.
Your questions. I'll be asking John the Outlaw Rocha his questions.
Okay. You chose number 16. That is the category of comedy.
Oh, you're even milking the
Still
crowd
funny.
for round 3.
I
Wow.
like it. It's fun. All right. And your question is for 2 points. Jake and Elwood are on a mission from God in what 1980s comedy?
Blues Brothers.
The Blues Brothers.
That is correct. Despite my not asking that very fluidly. That is my fault.
You were coasting off that comedy
I
last
sure
week.
was. I was excited.
All right, so Rachel takes a 2-point lead. John Rocha now is going to hear his 2-pointer, and we'd prefer an answer than 15 seconds. You selected category number 6 for 2 points. That corresponds to a director named Steven Spielberg.
Oh, boy.
And your question. Steven Spielberg directed Haley
AI.
Osment in what 2001 sci-fi film?
AI?
2 points for John Rocha.
It's been a close game all the way, Mark.
And it goes back and forth. Rachel Silvestrini is now back on the clock. She has a 3-pointer to answer.
I can barely see the road from the heat coming up.
That's a quote from Van Halen. Thank you, John Rocha.
All right, Rachel. You chose number 7, and the category is My Girl, Sandy B. Sandra Bullock.
Sandy B.
And your question is, what country music star plays Sandra Bullock's husband?
McGraw. Tim McGraw.
Tim McGraw, yeah.
Tim McGraw.
That is correct.
I start
Good
singing like his
job.
songs in my head. I went skydiving.
We love
Right.
a Sandy B.
That's
That
right.
a nice
He was
guy.
looking at Nick Saban a little sideways in that movie. All right. John Rocha, back to you. Get to answer your 3-pointer now. It's kind of fun how we ask one person a question, then we go to the other person.
It just bounces back and forth.
Like that's fun for you guys.
It's a good game.
Very good flow.
Nice tennis match.
John Rocha, you selected number 8 for your 3-point question. And that corresponds to the world of fantasy sci-fi.
Oh.
There's the Rocha side we've been waiting
It
for.
does that every category. I love it.
For 3 points, and to tie Rachel, your question. In the film Aquaman,
Oh.
Arthur and Mera are ambushed in Sicily when a fully armored
Black Manta.
David
Yeah, Black
emerges
Manta.
and is now
He's
known
got it.
as what?
He's got that one. He knows nerdy.
Manta?
Yeah.
Got it.
3 points for John.
Rocha knows nerdy comic book stuff. He knows the
back to
Aquaman villain's name.
Just the way we drew it up, Clark.
Woo!
All right, so Rachel, you're going to hear your 5-point question as asked by
But he
Ms.
did
Wolf. And if you
squeak
get it
through
right,
on
you're forced to hand
these
it to John.
questions.
If not, we're going to remain tied, and then John
Luck
Rocha
out
will
a
have
little bit there.
5-pointer for
Can I
the
just
win
say something
outright.
real quick? This has been a real honor.
Honor's all mine. No. Honor's all mine.
One
I
of the
love you, Rachel.
friendliest matches ever,
All right.
and Rocha's a part of it.
One of the friendliest matches ever that didn't
Chose
feature
the-
William
the
Bibiani.
cate- or
Yeah.
Rachel, you chose
Or the kid.
number 9, which corresponds to rom-coms.
Ooh.
Well, I did last time. Okay.
Okay. In The Devil Wears Prada, what is the name of the magazine where Meryl Streep is the editor-in-chief?
It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, what is it?
Is it a real magazine?
No.
5, 4, 3.
Can I get a repeat?
We can give you
Yes.
a JTE rule. Your question's coming up.
Okay. In The Devil Wears Prada, what is the name of the magazine where Meryl Streep is the editor-in-chief?
Her name's Miranda. I'm trying to remember what's the magazine's name. Because I see its name like all over the building.
Names 5, 4.
They do a press conference. It's behind her.
2. One more repeat.
In The Devil Wears Prada, what is the
Oh, I'm
name
gonna feel so
of the
stupid.
magazine where Meryl Streep is the editor-in-chief?
I don't think this is right. Composure?
That is incorrect.
That's 13 going on 30.
Yes, the answer is Runway. Of course.
Runway.
Of course it is.
Runway. You could feel the crowd ready to explode if she had
That
gotten
didn't
answer
sound familiar.
correctly. So now it all comes down to this. Just your garden variety ultimate Schmoedown matchup where John Rocha has to hit a 5-pointer to advance. Nothing special. Nothing to see here today.
Nope. And if he doesn't, we're going to be going into sudden death.
If I say Paul Rudd, we're not even having this conversation.
All right. John Rocha.
Seems to be most people's stories.
5-point question.
I just said Paul
You
Rudd.
selected number 10, and that corresponds to the category of modern classics. And your 5-point question is, what famous musician plays Kiefer, one of the German nihilists
Flea.
in The Big Lebowski?
He knows it. He's,
Flea.
Yeah, got it.
And your winner, John.
Jeez.
he's like, he knew it, but he wanted to hold for just a second. Didn't want to jump on it, which is the sign of an experienced Schmoedown player.
This felt like a 5-rounder to me.
This was intense.
I know the answer, but let me just
And
double
it was
check
such
and
a
make
great
sure.
match. You had a lot of great sportsmanship up on there, and I loved maybe my favorite part of the match. Rachel saying to John before the 5-point questions were asked, "This has been a lot of fun, and it was a great time that we had up here at the answer desk as well. Hope everybody out there enjoyed it." John Rocha moves on, but I think Rachel Silvestrini proved a lot here today.
Oh my gosh! You know, this was a match where it truly was a show for Rachel, saying, "Look, I'm here. I am to be taken seriously in this league." You know, sometimes just because you don't necessarily pull out the win, it doesn't mean that it's not for nothing. I hope that this going forward for Rachel is a real boost to her confidence.
That's right. Sometimes
That
you
should
can
be.
find
That
a
is
lot of,
huge.
winning
Yeah, she
behavior in
came-
a loss. I think that's
She
what we
made
saw
Rocha
today.
answer
And
his
for
5-point
John Rocha,
question.
I think
Neck
there was a
and
little
neck
bit
with
of rust there
Rocha.
around number 1, but he shook it off. And what we've always known about John Rocha is that he's had some misses in his career. He's learned. He's bounced back from his mistakes, and he knows.
If she
how
hit
to
her
be clutch.
5-pointer,
And he
they
put
would have
that
been
on
going to
display. So I
overtime.
think what he did by doing that
Yeah.
is putting the rest of the league on notice.
That's a big
It's
deal.
Ultimate Schmoedown. John Rocha's coming for that belt.
Absolutely. I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head. You know, Rocha didn't get flustered. He didn't,
No.
you know, if round 1 didn't go as strongly in his direction as maybe he would have wanted, he played a solid, consistent game throughout the entire thing. He never let it get to him, and he pulled out the win in the end.
He pulled out the win, and we are now going to have an interview with John the Outlaw Rocha coming up in just a second. But right now, our own Jen Sturger is joined by one of the new stars of the league, Rachel Silvestrini, triumphant in defeat. Jen, it's all yours.
Rachel, I think I can safely say that even though you lost, that was your coming out party right there.
Thanks, guys. I'm really proud of myself. I went toe-to-toe with the 2-time champ and made him answer all of his all of his third round. We went to the 5th 5-pointer. It's unbelievable. I'm speechless right now. I'm really proud.
And Kevin Smith, to say that you spun one of your strengths, or you chose one of your strengths, and it still was pretty difficult for you. It just shows you that the level of difficulty that these questions are coming up with is just getting deeper and deeper the further we get in this league. So were you disappointed at all with how difficult your second round questions were?
No, because it's a challenge and it makes me pay attention even more. So thanks, Chris.
You're welcome.
But no, I love the fact that we're continually.
She was talking to me. She was talking to Sklisky, but still.
Nothing more than.
Of course, I gotta jump on those
you have
moments.
to know your stuff, and
You know, it's like
even things that you think you
very
know, you
common
might have
name.
to
About
make
half
a
the
choice
people in the
on.
world
So
are named
I'm
Chris.
definitely
It's true.
okay with the way that it all played out.
Being a fan favorite, the crowd and the people at home are probably disappointed to not see you go further in the tournament. What do you have to say to them at home, though, about your amazing season?
It's not over. We might still play with teams, but thank you so much for all of the support. It's been an amazing year, and next year, who knows what's going to happen? Might get some gold.
Rachel Silvestrini, guys, back to you.
All right,
Love it.
very heartwarming stuff there from Rachel Silvestrini. We know her mom is out there watching too. So hi, Miss Silvestrini, and yeah, I think Jen had the perfect question when she said, "What does this season mean to you?" We coined it the Magic season going into it, and it certainly has been that for Rachel.
Absolutely. I mean, again, I can't stress it enough. Like, if that's how you're going to go out, that's a hell of a way to go out.
Mm-hmm. And now we're going to be joined by Jen Sturcher, who's in the middle of a dude sandwich. Jen, who are the guys?
It's a dude sandwich. I'm not sure which one of us is the beef, but whatever. Oh.
Some meat here. Yeah, let's do it. Wait, I didn't.
I'm not touching that. No. Moving on. Oh my God. Please don't edit that out. Oh my God. Mr. Rocha, it is always a pleasure to watch you play. But why do you always take it down to the last question? Do you just enjoy watching this room sweat more than we already are today?
I don't. It was a tough match. Rachel is fantastic. It was an honor to play her. I've known Rachel for a bit now. Being a fan of hers as a person, I've always loved her. Being a fan, she's helped me out in a number of matches, and so to play her was my honor and so much fun. And this isn't the last you'll see in the Silvestrini. The Silver One will be back, and this is the game now. These people watch. These fans now jump over into the top roster, and this is the kind of level of play they're bringing. I'm fortunate as an old dog to still be doing against the young ones coming out here. So it was my honor to play her, and I feel damn good that I beat her because it was toe-to-toe all the way to the end.
Let's be clear, though. These kids may have the knowledge and the time to be studying these movies, but you're still one of the OGs.
Yeah, true. Well, thanks so much for that, and it's always great talking to you after a win rather than a loss. So
Yeah, you're much happier all of a sudden. What does this win mean to the Horsemen?
I think it's great for us. I think we need this. We need to go forward. We need to have belts around our waist. You know, everyone wants to bury us all the time in the Facebook groups, on Twitter, blah, 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 blah. The new flavor of the month, the greatest faction ever. We are the greats. We have always been the greats, and we prove it every single time. Me winning this tournament to have a shot at that singles title, to hold it for a third time, to hold the third version of the belt would mean everything to me and put my name back in people's mouths and in a conversation about the greatest of all time.
One of the moments that I think that people at home did not get to witness is that when you went to go answer your last question, I happened to look over at Dan, and when you said your answer, you just see him light up and go. I was like, well, I guess he got it. Thanks for the spoilers, Dan.
Come on. I'm. This is my teammate. This is my partner. This is my opponent. This is everything you could be in this game. John and I have been. So of course, I mean, I was rooting like hell for him over there, and mentally willing him. I was mentally sending a picture of Flea into John's brain, and no, I love this guy. I love
Things you never thought you'd ever hear.
It's a lot of fun, and I love having been over there.
Mentally sending a Flea to John's brain.
I love having him in the group.
Oh, just a picture of
enthusiasm that
Flea.
you two have for each other is just palpable. Like, you guys have been such
Probably
good
shirtless.
teammates, and now bringing Ben into the fold.
Typically is.
Like, what does this all mean for you guys? Like I said, coming from,
Yes.
you've had some tough losses as of late. So what does this win do for you as a faction?
Well, you know, Jen, I think when you join a faction, you really think about the long game. You don't think about the short game. I'm not interested in corruption. I don't care about the dungeon. This is a team of greats, and I knew that I was getting in for the long game, and it's all going to bear out in the end. You know, the averages will favor us because we have the best players in the game, and so. You know, they say when a prize fighter, you know, maybe they lose their power, but they gain a little more strategy. I don't know if this guy's lost his power, but I know he's got all the strategy in the world. And he took care of business today. He went long. He didn't knock her out. Didn't matter. We knew he was going to get there. We were proud of him for getting there. And he's going to keep going in this thing. So I'm proud of standing next to him. I'm excited for my first shot in the tournament, and one of us is going to have it. In the end of this thing, one of us is going to have it. I know it.
Speaking of corruption, in the next rounds you will face either Janine or Mike Kalinowski.
Look, I think facing Janine is another one of these Silvestrini situations. Janine's another one that went from fan to competitor, and Janine has made her name. Janine Devine, Janine the Machine, she is no joke, and she is so knowledgeable that she will give me everything I can handle, and I only hope I could do the same for her if I face her. But that being said, Jen, Kalinowski, I hope you're watching, Chico.
Here it goes.
Right? Flash? Ah, it's you and me, Chico. That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
You've been running your mouth. You've been running your mouth, playing one side of the fence and the other side of the fence. Mr. Nice Guy, but you got that ugly fire under, and I know it. I remember a young outlaw in 2016 who felt the same way, had that same drive, that same desire. We've been friends for 20 years. We've been hanging and banging for 2 decades. Well, now it's you and me in the ring if you take care of business. And it'd be my great honor to face you, my friend, but also as a competitor, the Outlaw versus KO Kalinowski. And this time, Chico, I'm not saying the wrong name to give you a victory like Smets. I'm not letting you get away with a perfect round again. I'm going to take care of business and take you out. Because Mikey No Belts sounds so much better to me.
Dang.
You know I mean it.
Well, what more can I say? Just hanging and banging backstage with the biggest piece of meat in this entire tournament. Back to the death.
Wolf, I mean, you see, I think Jen
Rocha's
really
was
did
good.
pretty well because the first
Hers
episode
was
we
better.
were
God
talking
bless
John
Jen
Rocha, and
Sturger.
then
The
second
difference?
was the Outlaw emerged, and that's who we're left with now. Janine, Kalinowski, either way, we're getting Outlaw.
I still can't get past the young Outlaw in 2016.
Way back when.
But yeah, look, it's I do think, all kidding aside, that Rocha made a very smart and humble point that Janine could easily take it to the end, just like we saw Rachel. Janine is not a competitor to sneeze at, so I think it's great that he's taking it seriously. And as far as Kalinowski goes, look, he may be on a streak right now, but it's just, who can say? We've seen inconsistencies from both parties, so it'll be interesting to see how this one shakes out.
What has been consistent thus far is that we are just in round 1 of the Ultimate Schmoedown, and the matches have already been fired. Cannot wait to get into more round 2 matches here as we continue in the Movie Trivia Schmoedown playoff format, the Ultimate Schmoedown. For Classy Clark Wolf, make sure you check out Satanic Panic, available right now. I am merely Mark, baby Karen.
I did.
Ellis. Go to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
She was really good in it.
Facebook fan page, and of course,
Very classy.
on podcast wherever you listen to things. I'm Mark Ellis. That's Clark. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.
So, wow.
It was close.
That was super close. Oh.
Almost.
It came down to having to know who the bassist for Red Hot Chili Peppers was.
Essentially.
I mean, and what movie he's been in. And what movies.
Yeah. That was a match. That was a good match. That was a close match. Man, how different would this thing look going forward if Rocha lost that one, though? I mean, again, like I said at the top, we're looking at if Rocha had lost this and then loses in Orlando, like that's it's kind of a huge blow to the Outlaw, basically. And it would make sense to see retirement talks after that from him, especially since he's been in the game so long and it's been toyed with before. But yeah, just Rachel brought the heat on this one, but at the end, Rocha just did Rocha things.
Yep, Rocha doing outlaw things as the Outlaw.
There you go. The character of the Outlaw.
Yeah. So again, that section of the bracket, we
Still
called
intact.
that. It's intact. But man, I was really hoping we were gonna get a busted bracket on that side.
Yeah, it's funny. It's a weird dichotomy of like this is who we pick and we believe this is correct, but at the same time, like I'm all right if we don't.
Who do we want?
I'm all right if we miscalled this one. That's okay.
Yeah. So, and then how about that? Going back to the fact that if the Founding Fathers lose in Orlando, they got to break up.
Yeah.
There's no more founding fathers.
That's kind of a big deal because they've been on a very roller coaster ride ever since they formed. The Five Horsemen have been kind of on a roller coaster ride ever since they formed, with members kind of coming in and out, and we didn't necessarily see that happening when they formed during that live show. So, I mean, for them to see them split up, like it would be kind of sad because like Rocha and Dan are two greats of the game. They are two like pillars of the Schmoedown that for them to be able to play as a team together is a huge deal. But for them to break up would be kind of sad.
Yeah. So we have that to look forward to in Orlando.
That's the thing. Here's the thing. Like I like Kalinowski. I do. But all of a sudden, like I was okay like rooting for him in Orlando just because like, oh, all right, let's go for the Mikey 3 belts. Let's see what happens. Mm-hmm. But now we have a reason for me to root against him. Because I want to see Rocha and Dan stay together.
Yeah. So that'll make that show interesting. You know, this Orlando show keeps getting better and better and better.
Yeah. Between the matches and then the people have a chance to actually be able to compete before the show even starts.
This Willy Wonka contest, which if you're not familiar with it, the quick version is you buy a ticket, you go, you get a chance your name might be called. 4 people's name will be called. They'll get put up on stage before the actual Schmoedown starts. They'll have a 4-way death match. And whoever wins
someone's
that,
going to die.
Yeah. Whoever wins that
is just movie trivia.
Going to take a trip to LA next season to actually perform in
Airplane
studio.
And hotel paid for.
Yeah. And they get to choose their pick out of all the competitors and managers who they want managing them when they go do their one shot in LA. So the nice benefit on this is, what if we get like another Paulo Yama or Kevin Smets or out of this?
Yeah, let's not bury the lead here. This is pretty much a once in a lifetime opportunity for somebody out there to be able to compete and participate in the Schmoedown, because there's not a whole lot of room necessarily for some people to be able to make the trip to LA, much less even be noticed enough to participate in the Schmoedown to begin with.
Yeah.
So it's a huge deal for somebody's flying into Orlando, somebody lives in Orlando, what have you, to be able to go up there, win, and get that shot, and maybe be the next Paulo Yama.
That would be amazing. That being said, if you would like to get your tickets to Orlando, there's still some for sale. They're needing to hit 500, which they still haven't hit 500 yet.
Got about like another 150 plus
something
to go.
like that to go. So if you want to get tickets to that, go to the Schmoedownlive.com. Speaking of Orlando, there may be a chance, since Arizona didn't really happen.
There may be a chance.
There might be a chance that...
Chance won't be there. Chance was going to be in Arizona.
He was going to be in Arizona. I'm not talking about Ellison. There might be a chance that we may redirect our travel plans from Arizona to Orlando.
Yeah, considering the fact that, what is today? It's Friday the...
13th?
13th. We would have already...
We would be in Arizona right now.
We would be in Arizona right now. So... let's go back the other direction in the country and drive.
Which is great, because there's a much better view between here and Orlando than there would be between here and Arizona.
It's called New Orleans.
Yeah. So while we mull that over a little bit more, there might be a chance we go. So we would like to see potentially everyone else there in Orlando pick up your tickets at the Schmoedownlive.com.
Yeah, good chance.
Let's see, what else can we promote with them? Go to their YouTube channel. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe over there. It is the Magic season. Make sure you hop on that Patreon, get the Patreon matches. Also, there's another throwdown that's going on at the end of this month, which will be Mike Kalinowski versus Janine the Machine.
You're not talking about the one tomorrow?
Not the one tomorrow, just because this video's... I'm probably not going to get this edited in time. I'd like to, but... yeah.
We'll see.
So... there is the one at the end of this month, so you can pick up the stream tickets for that at the Schmoedownlive.com also.
Yep. Oh, big other changes happening to the Schmoedown. Be paying attention to that. There's a bunch of new shows, live streams that they're planning on doing on the actual Schmoedown channel. So it is definitely the right time to be subscribed over there if you're not already. Just because there's about to be a bunch of fun stuff with other competitors, shows with Christian and Brett of Collider Live fame, and actually old Schmoes fame. But anyway, bunch of fun stuff over there. I'm looking forward to seeing all the different shows and live streams they do. Just another way for them to grow, another way for you to support them.
Yeah. So, speaking of support, we would kind of like some as well, maybe, possibly.
Why? Do we have a YouTube channel?
Oh, yeah, we do.
Oh.
So, make sure, again, like I said at the top of the show, make sure you're following us on Twitter, Instagram. It's at Cinefanatics MLP. Let us know what you thought of this video. Like, comment, everything down below. Let us know what you think. And speaking of subscribing, again, we're about to hit 1,000 subscribers. We would like for you to be a part of that. Make sure you hit the subscribe button up above our heads. Click that, and you'll be a part of that. Over here off to the side are a couple other videos that we have made. Yes, that's where they are.
Yep.
And as always,
Orlando.
later.
See ya. Oh, the weather outside is weather.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. That was it.
Paul Rudd.